want to know how long it took us to get out of that garage after the show when everyone was leaving? 2.5 hours!
2 hours? Public transit isn't that bad, huh? Yeah, at least I bet you could have, you know, been like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go to the public transit and we're going to walk out of this place and we get to the train. We can take the train home and you're still getting back before you got the car, right? Like, you're still gonna be fine. Of course, there's danger with being outside, but at the same time, you're gonna get home quicker. But like 2 hours is absolutely insane. It's maddening. I would go insane. I think at that point, I'd be like, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow. Let's park the car. Let's go home. Hello, PyroKnights. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to my experience living in Los Angeles by, well, you guessed it, JaidenAnimations. I'm a Canadian, all right? I have no idea what it's like to live in the US. I've only been to the US once, you know? I've only been there one time for like 2 days right before the COVID lockdown, and then I had to go and rush back home. So I have no idea what living in the States is like. So I'm kind of curious to see what JaidenAnimations' experience living in Los Angeles is like, or the US, from a Canadian perspective. But before we get into it, guys, as always, the original video link is in the description. So if you want to watch the video without me yapping in your ear and in the bottom and being at the bottom of the screen, then you can do just that by going to the link in the description. But while you're down there and you want to help me out, and just hit that subscribe button and maybe like the video. But with that being said, no more stalling. Jaiden, what's it like living in the United States or Los Angeles?
Oh, James and I talked about what it was like living in our home state, Arizona. I honestly don't remember most of what we said in that video. I tried to rewatch it as a refresher and maybe a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
After 5 seconds, I'd rather be guillotined. No.
Her old style's crazy.
You clicked on this video, you're staying
and nostalgic.
on this video. No funny ideas, all right? The other day,
yeah,
I
no
was
funny.
in the store
We're here.
trying
I'm
to
here.
buy a plain black shirt that was locked up behind those stupid box lockers. So I had to ring an employee.
Wait.
For a single shirt. A few minutes.
Already culture shock. I don't know too much about clothing stores, but from the clothing stores I go to, right? Regular shirts are not like boxed up, you know? They're not in a glass chamber, you know? That's like for shoes maybe, or like not even, yeah, for shoes, like kinda like for clothes. Really? Is that like a thing in the United States where like they lock it up in glass? Huh. I've never seen that before where they have to like put, okay. Huh.
Minutes later, someone came by. All right, what can I? Oh my gosh, are you JaidenAnimations? Yeah.
Okay.
No way.
Sorry, guys,
I love your videos. Can I get a photo? Yeah.
Photo time. Let's go.
Thanks so much.
Being famous.
I didn't expect to see you here. Are you visiting? Oh no, I live here. You're not in Arizona anymore? And that's when it dawned on me, there is a giant portion of my audience who will not get updated
I can't believe it.
Some parts of
You're
my
not in
life
Arizona?
if I don't explicitly say it in one of my animations. Also, the guy left without unlocking the box, so I had to
insane
wait another 5
work
minutes for him to come back and get the shirt. So yeah, to anyone who didn't get the memo, I've been in California for the past 6.5 years, specifically Los Angeles.
I had no
honestly
idea where she
can't
lived,
believe
though. I gotta be
it's been
honest.
that long already, because that means
I'm not a super fan, but I've watched her a bit.
I've been doing nothing but complaining about it the entire time. I believe in the compliment sandwich system, though. Not everything about moving to California has been bad. For example, the weather is great. It's always
I mean, well,
sunny,
yeah, that's why you
which,
go there,
know,
right?
Arizona is too.
That's why.
But, like, in a bad way. California doesn't hit the casual 118, everything outside melts and dies.
American numbers,
like
118.
It's vacation weather all the time.
What the fuck's the 118?
I like that part. The drivers here are assholes. Arizona isn't all sunshine and rainbows in the driving department either. When I was learning to drive as a teenager, my mom told me to never honk at people no matter what, because there's a chance they'll just shoot me. But because
that's a United States thing. Oh my god, no,
volume
wait.
of people
Having to worry about somebody deciding to say, hey, I'm gonna shoot you because you honked the horn at somebody. Chat. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, some guy's gonna pull a gun for honking the horn. I mean, I don't honk the horn in general. It's just I don't think it's very polite. Even if someone's like being an idiot, I'll just wait. I'll just be like, okay, yeah, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. So I just don't honk the horn. But it's not because I'm afraid of getting shot. Like, what? Again, the more I say this to a lot of my friends when I hear more things about the States, the more I hear about the States, the more like scary it gets. Crazy country.
People on
Very
California
free.
roads all the time.
Maybe a little too
It is a
free.
completely different beast.
But very free.
And every single one of them is driving to go kick babies
Yeah.
because they hate their
Okay, wait, no,
fellow man.
no,
Compassion
no.
does not exist on the California freeway. And
Apparently.
by that, I mean blinkers. You know, the very helpful and
Wait.
necessary communication tool that tells people you'd kindly like to move into the lane. It's
Yeah.
a sign of weakness here. If you even
Is it?
think about turning your blinker on,
It's just a
every single
habit.
car in your vicinity will speed up and refuse to let you merge because they cannot handle
I hate these people, by the way.
idea of a
Fuck
different
these guys.
car being in
Nah,
front of them. How can
Jaiden,
they
I'm
get
with
to
you.
their
Fuck those guys.
destination faster if a car that was
Fuck
in
them.
front of them in a different lane suddenly shifts to the side 12 feet? People will go out of their way to merge into the lane just to speed past you and spit on your windshield. When I turn my blinker on,
Why?
which I still do because I refuse to let this barbaric driving
Yeah.
culture corrupt me, a car will speed
Fuck
up
that shit.
and
Be
then
respectable.
merge in front of me. If you need to be in my
What?
lane and I need to be in yours,
We're not in a
we
race right now. We're not in
literally
Mario
have to
Kart.
stay at our same speeds and shift. It's simple. There's no point in you blocking my merge just to merge into my lane anyway.
That's
Oh my God, it
insane
pisses me
work,
off so
brother.
much. They do it all the time. If I
Low-key,
had
just get
no
into a
money
crash.
and got
Low-key,
a
just-
dollar every
just fucking
single
run it.
time someone took advantage of my blinker,
At that point,
I'd
just
have enough money to move out of this godforsaken
chicken
state.
time.
One time I turned my blinker on, checked my blind spot, and in the amount of time it took for me to look back at the road and start merging, a car way behind me had sped up
No.
so fast that my car's auto detection had to cut my merge off so I wouldn't hit them. And then that car honked at me!
No.
I will
Wait.
kill us
No.
both.
Yeah.
Alright, the drivers suck.
Okay. I gotta. That last one is insane. Oh, hold on. 1 second, chat. 1 second. Well, first of all, this is insane. Some man's like, you know what? She's gonna merge. Okay, we're gonna fucking go. We're gonna gun it. We're gonna stop her from merging to the next lane, cause I'm a fucking asshole. Yo, that's insane. It's my freedom. It's my right. I can do it with my freedom. By the way, I love the U.S. By the way, I have a lot of friends there, and it's honestly a cool country. I want to visit at some point, but like at the same time, that's insane work. But also, it happens there in Canada too. Oh man, like I live in Calgary and it's like, wait, it's not any better, I feel. I mean, we're not as crazy as like wanting to always block, but I've been blocked before on merging. I think the method to the madness is you put on a new driver sticker and people usually behave kind of nicer to you. I lost mine in a car wash, so I don't have it anymore, but I was nice when I had it because everyone was just wary of me. They let me do my thing because they thought I was bad. So maybe that's the ticket, is get a driver sticker. But regardless, like the traffic, from what I hear, all right, I don't want to drive in the U.S. So I think, yeah, when I go down there, I'm just gonna fly down and I'm not gonna drive because it sounds insane.
But at least I'm only going
No.
a few miles. Not
Oh.
only am I forced to drive alongside these bozos, I'm forced to drive alongside them for way longer than I should need to. The
Yeah.
traffic is so genuinely bad. I daydream of becoming a
Walkable
better
cities. We need
sprinter
more.
to arrive at places quicker because it is genuinely not
Public
far from the
transit.
realm of
Better.
realism. Either that or get one of those monster snowplow attachments. I mean, seriously.
Imagine.
10 miles? I should not be in the car longer than 20 minutes. Everyone here loves driving 30 over the speed limit anyway. I don't
Everyone
even know
goes
what
over the
holdup
speed limit.
is.
I always
Also,
follow
a little
it.
tip.
I'm
if
one of
you
those
wanted
guys.
to
I follow
find
the
a
limit.
place to park when you get to your destination, you
I'm a
shouldn't
rule
even
follower,
be
guys.
driving in the first place. Parking doesn't exist
For the most
here.
part.
It's a myth and a lie. 95% of all locations have 0 parking lots. There's
Oh
never
my
street
God,
parking,
I
and if
hate
you happen to be a lucky enough soul to find a
downtown
spot,
parking.
you can't slow down to parallel park into it because people are either gonna yell at you for clogging the lane or ram into your bumper. It's just an evil trick. So your only choice is to
Parking
find a parking
garage.
garage that
Yay.
costs like $20. One time, my friends and I drove
That's
to
why I
a
don't go
One Piece
downtown.
live
Or if I'm gonna go
symphony at the
downtown,
Dolby Theater and
I'm
decided
gonna
to
take the
park in
train.
its parking garage. Oh, what an obvious mistake. Do you want to know how long it took us to get out of that garage after the show when everyone was leaving? 2.5 hours!
2
We
hours?
parked in the designated parking garage for
2 hours? Public transit isn't that bad, huh? Yeah, at least I bet you could have, been like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go to the public transit and we're going to walk out of this place and we get to the train. We can take the train home and you're still getting back before like you would if you got the car, right? Like you're still gonna be fine. Of course, there's danger with being outside and everything with people and right, guns in the country, and weaponry and people that are not all there. But at the same time, you're gonna get home quicker. But like 2 hours is absolutely insane. It's maddening. I would go insane. I think at that point I'd be like, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow. Let's park the car. Let's go home. Let's go take the train. Let's get an Uber or some shit. Because like after 2 hours waiting at one spot, waiting to go into traffic, I'd be raging. I'd be raging after 10 minutes. My God.
A show and paid 2.5 hours of our life on top of real life money. So what if you don't have a car? Then you don't have to deal with any of this, right? Well,
I was just saying that.
Walk anywhere. What do you think this is?
Oh.
Any other country? You could get a bike or a motorcycle, but again, with the quality of drivers around, you might as well play Russian roulette every time the wheels touch asphalt. Maybe with the right setup and some expendable funds, you could just get around with rideshare apps.
Uber
or man, getting an
Lyft
Uber
or whatever
is
they
so
use.
expensive out here. It might as well be considered a luxury in itself. If you're taking an Uber either to or from the LAX airport, I guarantee it'll cost at least $100. And the drivers don't get like any of that, by the way. Once I had a driver complain to me about the ride rates the whole trip, which was not asked for to begin with. He said he had a client once trying to go to LAX,
I take it back on the
and
Uber.
they were being charged $100, like I said, but the driver was only gonna get $30 from the trip. So he offered to charge $80 cash for them to do it outside the app as a win-win. Don't ever take this type of offer, kids. That was incredibly dangerous. But that's just where the landscape of Uber is here. Also, a fun little tip. Never tell any drivers the place you're going to or from is your actual home. This is for everywhere, not just California. Sure, if they ask, it's normally small talk, but when it's not, you're in danger. Yikes.
Yay.
That guy won't leave the driveway. And the police say they can't do anything because he hasn't actually committed a crime yet. Just lie and say it's a
lying
place
is good sometimes. White lies to guys. White lying is good.
To strangers is fun.
For your safety.
That was a free survival hint from your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Put that one in the back of your...
I'm going to remember
of
this.
LAX, because I brought it up earlier. That place is actual hell on earth. If someone gets sent there after death, I would consider it a viable punishment for being a bad person. But innocent people are forced to be subjected to it every single day, and it's inhumane. You have every single asshole with a plane ticket in the entire city and beyond enter through the same stupid entrance, forced to drive through the same loop, bumper to bumper, until they get to their
get more doors,
please. No branching paths, no attempts to categorize the types of arrivals. Just a single slaughterhouse line like cattle.
Wait, you really have one?
Lines. The cattle don't
Is it that bad?
each other. I was talking about bad merging before. It is legitimately survival of the fittest in the LAX horseshoe. Absolutely no one will let you merge lanes ever unless you threaten to fist fight them right there on the concrete. One time I sat with my blinker on in traffic that was not moving for 15 minutes straight, and a dude still refused to let me start merging once cars started inching forward.
At that point, chicken time.
I had to sit there making direct eye contact with him until he was uncomfortable enough to let me get in front of him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Personal. I am not the same person when I'm in the LAX horseshoe.
No, valid.
None of us are. Some dudes in the 1960s decided they wanted everyone that ever planned to visit LA to suffer instantly when they got here. And they simply got away with it. I've spent so much time talking about traffic and the airport. I haven't even talked about living in LA yet. Well, that part sucks too. Everything is so absurdly expensive here, it's almost comedic. Almost.
And that's like double for me
because
I'm Canadian.
Like $10 more and I'll start to chuckle. No, a burrito's like $40.
That's like
I haven't
$70.
even had food out here that's blown my mind.
Okay, well, 60.
Sure, it's
like
not
close to 70
bad,
probably.
but when eating out can get this expensive,
Actually, it could be 70.
I expect something more to write home about. There are some
American
really
tipping
fancy
culture.
restaurants around.
We talk about that?
But I shouldn't have to spend even more money to eat a meal that makes me go, wow, I will remember this. It's become a common pastime for some people to pull up Zillow and look at all the really crazy,
honestly, I do that sometimes too, but like for
multi-million-dollar
Canadian things, but
mansions,
Zillow works too.
fantasizing about what they
Yeah, I
would
think
do
too.
if
I'm
they
not
were to
sure,
live in the
actually.
craziest of homes. But
Does
the
it work for here?
equivalent of
I don't
that
know.
for me and my friends here is to look at normal homes that are just not in
Yay,
California.
normal.
Oh, look at that one.
Let's
3
go.
bed, 2 bath for like $2,500.
Yeah, normal,
That's
2
insane.
bed, 2
Here, the
bed.
same thing can go upwards
Let's
of
fucking go.
$7,000. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very lucky and fortunate enough to not have to worry about finances as much. I can afford to live in a more expensive place here. It's not gonna break my bank. But at the same time, I'd like to still be relatively smart with money. Sure, I tend to splurge on plushies and trinkets. Haha, Jaiden's buying another figure. But outside of that stuff,
that other
I'm
person, I
really
forget
not
who that is.
spending money on anything else. I'm not into luxury cars or clothes or any of that type of culture. It's trinkets, plushes, and admittedly a little too much DoorDash. But I have a job that I can perform.
If I could, I would, Chief.
Anywhere
Not really, I have to
in
lose
the
weight.
entire world, and I'm sitting
I
here
used to.
wasting extra costs on living in one of the most expensive cities in America. It feels bad, and I don't know if you picked up on it yet, but I don't even really like it here all that much. So why?
Yeah.
Why do I choose to burn extra money just
Isn't all your
to
friends there?
exist in LA?
Is that why?
The single reason is all of my friends are here, and I'd happily shovel extra funds into a giant furnace to be near them because that's what makes a place feel like a true home. But all of my friends are also content creators that can work anywhere too. And if we all just banded together and decided to move somewhere else, that would sure be swell. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of time, coordination, and resources to try and figure out an entirely new place to move a giant friend group of people.
Everybody, let's go over there. Let's move the friend group and put it somewhere else.
I'll give LA some credit. The main thing that makes it great is the fact that everything is always happening here. There's always some sort of fun event going on. Concerts, tours, random pop-ups. I went to a lot.
The US has everything. All right. All the cool conventions. Everything is there. And all the cool, honestly, conventions is really, I want to go to conventions, guys. I want to. Everything important that happens and cool that happens is in the US. As a Canadian, it's a sad thing for me. We're right next door. Can you guys come a little closer? Like, just like move a little bit down. We're good. We're nice, you know. We're cool. I think just move. Just give us one. You know, you have like billions. Give us one. You know, give us one big thing. You know, please. But no. Everything that happens is happening in the States, and that is just unfortunate for me. For Americans, you guys got it made.
Live screening of the season 2 finale of Severance, where the
just
cast got to talk about it afterwards, and that was one of the coolest experiences of my life so far. You name it, it is happening in California. Truly,
and probably there too,
you will never be bored here if you're always looking for something to do.
Nintendo, I want to go. I want to go to Nintendo Museum too. I want to go places.
But at the same time, it means there's always tourists visiting, and Los Angeles is a very disgusting
That's one thing you don't have to worry about in Calgary, that's for sure.
Visit. It smells like pee all the time. The tourist trap areas are so trashy. There's constant crowds everywhere you go. When it rains, the pee smells even worse. Every once in a while, I need to go into the city for some reason or another, and those are bad days. Also, if you want to see all these cool things, you don't have to live in California to begin with. In fact, living here only desensitizes me to all the awesome stuff constantly around. Back when I first moved, I was really close to Disneyland, and for the entire 2 years I spent over there, I only went to the alleged happiest place on earth a single time because of a friend's birthday. That's more of a personal experience.
I went to Disneyland for
I know
a day.
plenty of people who have
aight.
yearly passes closest to Disney or Universal who go to them all the time. But for me, I always just think, I can go there anytime, so maybe later. And then later is multiple years.
Yeah, maybe later.
To be
It's right there,
live
though.
in
It's like
LA.
convenience.
It's expensive. A lot of people dream of coming here and making it big. And if you can afford it, you can definitely live luxuriously. But I am just really not built for all that. I grew up in a tiny desert town with like no people in it, and prefer to be holed up in my house 90%
more like a
of
forest.
the time
I was in the
watching
bush,
YouTube
you know, right?
until my brain is mush. However, as much as I want to uproot everything again to live somewhere else less expensive and more compatible with my preferred lifestyle, I do think LA is a good place for me to be right now. Both the YouTube and animation industry are here. I don't need to travel for most of the events I get invited to. And content creators are always visiting for something or another, so I get to meet a lot of fellow creator friends. I can't say anywhere else in the world can offer all these benefits that specifically apply to me right now. It cost me double the amount to go there. And it's also just a lot of fun. I might not exactly like it, but LA is my home for at least the next few years, and I do get to have a lot of fun here with my friends. It's a toxic relationship, I suppose, but I'm sure in a decade when I'm somewhere else and reminiscing on the past, I'll have very fond memories of it all. So I can complain all I have a mixed view after this. Here, but deep down, I know California has been such a huge part of the most defining years of my life, and I'll hold a very special place for it in my heart for a long time. LAX and the drivers are just excluded from it, though. I'll hate them, put them in the box, and ship them off to somewhere else. I posted a little video, but if you missed it, we're selling Tostada merch for
Tostada merch. People will go buy it. But also, chat. From today's video, I have learned that, well, don't live in LA. But also everything happens in LA. So if you can handle the drivers, the prices, the drivers. Okay, well, the drivers seem to be a huge point here. But like, yeah, and just how busy and crowded it is, then go live there. If you're, United States person or you're rich and you can go live in the country, that's not me. But like, again, everything happens there. I would love to go there just because, like, everything happens there. I imagine I'll have to go there at least one time in my life for something if I continue this whole content creator thing. So I imagine eventually that's a place where I'm going to go. And when I experience that again, I am not looking forward to do that $100 Uber, all right? Because that's like 150 Canadian dollars or somewhere around there. It's probably more like, I don't know, 130. But regardless, I've learned a lot today as a Canadian. One crazy fact is that you have to worry about honking because people might shoot you. That is something that's crazy to me. I did not think about that when honking horns. I don't honk the horn anyway, though. It's crazy that that has to be a deterrent not to honk your horn. But okay, with that being said, though, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to watch without me yapping in the corner, then you can go check out the link in the description below. And if you want to watch it again, just we'll go give your support, Jaiden. If you haven't watched it already, let's be honest, when I watch reaction videos, I watch it again with the person. As it's like a rewatch situation. But anyways, yeah, like I said before, we're almost at 1K. Make sure, or if you want, if you want, you could help me out. If you want, we're 104 away from 1K. We're almost in that final stretch. We're almost in the end game, folks. So please leave a like and subscribe. It'll help me a lot if you enjoy the video. So with that being said, once again, for the third time, I'll see y'all on Saturday or Sunday. Most likely Saturday. Bye.